Now you see me. Now you don't.
Is the third installment in this heist film series and is directed this time by Ruben Fleischer. The Four Horsemen have been broken up for 10 years, but they're brought back together by a set of cards appearing at their doorsteps. And along with a trio of young rapscallions who idolize them, they stage a heist to steal the world's most valuable diamond from a crime syndicate led by Rosamund Pike. The first Now You See Me is a heist movie I really like. It's without a doubt the best thing Louis Leterrier has ever done. Now You See Me 2 was okay, but following such a wildly original idea as the first movie was, it felt like all the sequel had to do was just reach into the same, well, bag of tricks. Thus, I found it rather ironic when the Daniel Radcliffe character goes on that monologue to the Horsemen about how predictable their unpredictability has become. This third movie comes out 9 years later and has a new director and a team of 5 writers, including the duo behind the Deadpool movies, and even one of the guys who penned Top Gun Maverick. You can tell this team of writers is new to the series because this is noticeably the wittiest of all 3. And this is what to go see the movie for, the sharp-witted chemistry among this stacked cast of characters, and all the back-and-forth banter and one-liners mixed in with their magic. One of the highlights is inside this mansion of puzzles where a good chunk of the movie takes place. We get a single-shot sequence that goes from one character to another as they all try to one-up each other with their own sleight-of-hand illusions. This movie's got 7 protagonists, 8 including Thaddeus Bradley, plus a couple of surprising appearances that were very well hidden from the marketing. And yet, quite impressively, the movie never feels overcrowded. It juggles all of these characters, old and new, very smoothly, and they've all got a substantial part to play. We have Isla Fisher returning after she couldn't make the second movie due to her pregnancy. I found it rather clunky the way that she was written out of movie 2 and instantly replaced with Lizzie Kaplan, because I guess they still needed a little girl power. And yet, Fisher's re-inclusion in this one is quite flowing. The younger trio joining the old cast includes Dominic Sessa from The Holdovers, as well as Ariana Greenblatt, who I think really needed this role to get her a better spot on the map after she was insufferably annoying in Borderlands. Thank goodness she is a million times more likable here. And we have Justice Smith, who I generally like. It seems over the last 10 years with Fallen Kingdom, Paper Towns, Dungeons & Dragons, etc., he's been typecast as the meek, not-all-there type. This is probably the most self-confident of character I've seen him play, so it is good to see a little more of his range. Now, for the major amount in the movie, I did have the nagging thought in my mind of, what is the point of this younger cast? I mean, they're fun characters, I'm glad they're here, but I think this story could happen just as easily without them. However, as the story goes on, their importance does become clear. All of the drawbacks to this movie involve spoilers, so I'll be as indirect as possible. There's a conveniently placed and conveniently leaking water pipe, and a death scene that's not very well acted, and it's very odd considering who's doing it. Also, there's some confusing continuity, not in relation to the other 2 movies, but within this movie itself. It has to do with the reason why the Horsemen split. It gives us the reason early on, and it suffices. And then the very last scene features a reveal that had me thinking, did the movie just completely contradict itself? It does set up a 4th one, which is in the works now, so maybe it will be better explained then, but for right now, I am profoundly confused. Now, I can see the argument being made that this movie is just following the basic formula of the first 2, and that may be true, but I think it still found a way to make it feel fresh. In fact, the opening scene is J. Daniel Atlas encouraging a crowd to come closer, because, quote, the closer you are, the easier it is to disguise an old trick and fool you into thinking it's a new one. And right away, I got the feeling that line was meant to be meta. And I guess it worked on me. I've been fooled. In some aspects, particularly the writing, I would even say this is better than the first. But then again, it's difficult to say that with confidence, as that first movie was such an original idea that the sequels can only find different ways of repeating. But this one, with its snappy pace and witty character chemistry, still makes for some lively popcorn entertainment. One magic trick I can tell you would like to see. Scoring on the Factor Facts, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, gets a 70%. That's a wrap. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this review helpful. Like and share, subscribe for more. This is Pop Culture. I'm Alex Pop.